Good morning, and thank you for joining with me once again. The story of Noah in the Old Testament is so well remembered, and you all remember the ending, the sign of the rainbow, which gave hope. There's something special about rainbows, isn't there? Rainbows follow storms. Maybe that's the one reason we love them. No matter how bad a storm, if we see a rainbow, we feel hopeful. I got an email not so very long ago with a little picture of a rainbow, and it said, if you can ignore your aches and pains, if you can resist boring people with all your troubles, if you can eat the same food every day, be grateful and resist treating a rich friend better than a poor friend, if you can relax without a drink and sleep without the aid of drugs, then, and this is probably where I lost it, then it said, you are probably the family dog. But I laughed. The story of Noah and the flood and the rainbow, I believe, still has a message for us today. And of late, we've been used to some pretty extreme weather. Maybe God is giving us a warning, just as he did with Noah. Because in Noah's day, they were ignoring the basic moral laws. A bit like today, and the Bible calls it sin. Kind of like the mother who said, my boys are very loyal to one another. She said, when one of them does something wrong, the others will not tell. One of her friends said, well, how do you know which one to punish? Oh, it's not too hard, she said. When one of them does something wrong, we send all three to bed without the television or tea. And then the next morning, we belt the one with the black eye. I guess we all wish it was that easy. But I believe there usually is some price to pay when we stray. I like the story about the man, much worse for the wear, who was standing before the court, and the judge said, you're accused by your landlord of being drunk and setting fire to the bed. It's a lie, judge, says the man indignantly. That bed was on fire when I got into it. As individuals, we all have our flaws, don't we? I often think that there is just something within us that keeps us from achieving our dreams, and the Bible calls it sin. It's very easy to become obsessed with our defects and forget that we are really part of God's design. We are God's creatures. I don't know if you've ever heard of a fellow called Joseph Craig. He became known as the man who turns ink blots into angels. He taught in a village school. Often his pupils would leave ink blots on their pages, while most teachers would circle the ink blots with red ink. Joseph would do something quite different. He would add a line here and there, and out of the ink blots would come pictures of angels. So when the children were given back their papers, they were wonderfully decorated with angels. And Joseph became known far and wide as the man who turned ink blots into angels. Well, I believe that Jesus can turn the ink blots of our lives into angels, who can take a life that's gone off the rails and set it on a new path. After the storm comes the rainbow. I pray that whatever storm you might be going through right now, I pray that for you, the rainbow is very near. God bless you, and as always, thank you for listening to me today.